Marc Lemchen, New York City, New York. Well, actually, it's a circuitous path. I track it all back to I have an older sister who's a genius person, the ultimate student. So, of course, I took the other course. And I think my parents were worried that I would never do anything. So they told me I had to take a vocational test when I was 17. It was a Saturday. I said, I don't want to go take a test on Saturday. They played the ultimate card. They said, we bought you a car. The least you can do is take the test. So I took this test, and it came out that I should be an airline pilot. At which point my mother said, you were right. That was a stupid test. Be a dentist. So then that went on the back burner. I went to a small all-male college. It wasn't really for me. And I wanted to leave there after 3 years. And I said I could go to dental school after 3 years. So I went to, another side story is that my father also was worried I couldn't focus on things enough. So let me turn off my little intercom, which makes beeps like that, drives people crazy. And so my sister was very strong-willed, and I would always say, whatever you want, you know. So my father said, I met one of our guys that works for us, stopped smoking by using a hypnotist. You should talk to this guy. So it happened he had an agent in the town I was going to college in. So I spoke to this guy, and he spent an hour with me. He did all the standard tests that we always know are kind of phony, like you put a vitamin in someone's hand, you push their arm down, look how much resistance there is, and you put a piece of sugar in there, look, no resistance. And he said, oh, you're a good candidate. And he taught me to count backwards from 20, concentrate for 20 minutes, then count forward, rest for 5. And I applied it to organic chemistry, and I literally did not get one answer wrong in organic chemistry all year. And that was a 5-credit course, a 4-credit course. It's 5-credit course, I think, because it had a lab. And I think that got me into dental school. The funny thing about it, he went on to become a very famous hypnotist who just died recently, but he was always in Las Vegas. He's called the Amazing Kreskin. So I always say the most amazing thing about Kreskin is he taught me how to do this. And every once in a while I still apply it. But that's how, so anyway, that was that. So I went to dental school. I went to Tufts, which I loved Tufts. And I always thought they were a school that was committed to making your 4 years there the best they could possibly be. So I remained very active at Tufts. And then it was during Vietnam, so we didn't want to go to Vietnam, so we signed up to join the Air Force. The Air Force sent me to Japan. So I spent 2 years in Japan, and because I was from the Northeast and I was a little more liberal than most people in the military, well, not most of the medical dental corps, but most career people, they sent me to the school to take care of the kids. So I did pedo essentially for 2 years. We built a really amazing clinic that these women who were flight attendants painted these Snoopy characters. The most professional thing you ever saw. I mean, if I have pictures of it, it looks like somebody was a real artist did them. And I had a lot of fun with the kids, but I didn't want to go back and do what I'd been doing for 2 years, take a program. So I went back to ortho, thinking I would never see adults and I'd never have to go into the hospital, both of which ended up being incorrect because practicing in New York City, you had an immediate influx of young adult patients, and it was the beginning of orthodontic surgery. So I got very involved with the orthodontic surgeon in New York, and that's how I ended up being a dentist.